Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support restored.
I looked over the recruits and presenters.
It's good to be back. I have friends here.
But I brought...
Whoa, didn't mean to sneak up on you. Your commander said you could show us the valley.
Zeke, I don't want to talk to it. You talk to it.
Ryder has a name.
You named it? How do you even tell them apart?
Stars, Beniska, just stop talking. Yeah, we can show you the valley. What are you looking for?
I'm here to help your people. Know anyone who needs it?
We've got reports from Angara about someone trying to rescue a kidnapped family. See those red lights? That's it. If you're here to help, like the commander says, you could start there. Anything else?
Those red lights, you said that's Angara?
Yes. Angara Station, one of the Dar in the valley. It's a small community, mostly scientists. There's people there that might need help if you haven't checked it out already.
Is it difficult to live out here?
Why so surprised? We've adapted to this weather.
Those lights are conspicuous. Don't the Kett attack?
We've adapted to that too. The Kett want to take us alive, so we fight to the death. It seems to deter them.
What's that alien facility on that mountain over there?
That's the Kett Command Center. We have constant eyes on it.
What's its purpose?
It controls Kett operations on the entire planet. There's always ships coming and going.
I came face to face with the prefect there. Meanest, motherless Bisan I ever saw.
Even the Kett seemed afraid. We don't have much intel on her, though.
Do you know of any Remnant sites or ruins?
I think so. Actually, I don't know.
Zeke, do you ever read the dailies?
No, you'll tell me if I need to know something.
So, where is it?
Tall lights, over on your right somewhere.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Yeah, you behave. We're watching you.
Tempest, we're going to need the Nomad. My position.
Deploying forward station. Good luck, Ryder.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Temperatures are below freezing and continuing to fall. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Life support is back online.
Okay, Sam, what's Voeld got for us?
Kett activity appears to be centered around this large central command post. According to Resistance intelligence, the base coordinates all Kett military.
And will cripple their operations.
In theory. However, given the trouble the Angara Resistance has had infiltrating the base, it will not be a simple task. I recommend a more cautious approach that starts with the investigation of smaller Kett installations.
Any suggestions on how to get on Ephra's good side?
Resistance dispatches indicate there is someone in Hajara who needs help. We could visit Tekix, a larger and more established Angara Dar that is nearby.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sam.
Pathfinder, Voeld's temperature range is fixed well below freezing, with pockets of even more severe conditions. This necessitates the use of the Nomad. I advise against prolonged exposure to the cold.
Got it. Don't crash the car.
Our scans have detected Remnant monoliths, which suggests the presence of a vault.
And that means we might be able to melt this ice cube. Alright, we've got our work cut out for us. Let's get going.
Can you even see through this snow?
Trust me.
Follow the lights, Ryder. It corners a little poorly. Vehicle?
I swear I will turn this car around.
I've been following the lights. We're out of the worst of it.
Temperature should be manageable now. Kett, coming this way!
Quickly! Before they find resistance!
Over here! Pathfinder, this way!
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
I hope the Angara know we're nothing like the Kett. I wouldn't want them as an enemy.
They're a tough bunch.
I, and many others, have never known a world without Kett. The Resistance fights so our children may one day be free.
Let's do this! Why were Angara attacking us?
Pathfinder, I detect a datapad nearby.
Atsul. Should I know about him?
That's a conversation for another time.
Pathfinder, I have informed Olisk. The drop point is secure.
Good. The Resistance should get their supplies now.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. Temperatures are within acceptable limits. Life support is still.
Manual says the Nomad's good for all weather conditions, but they did those tests in the Milky Way.
Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder. Temperature is normal. The temperature is falling, Pathfinder. An undocumented mineral has been detected, Pathfinder.
Why'd you come to Helios?
General you or personal you?
You, Vetra? Personally?
Same reason anyone else did. Bought the pitch.
Must have been an impressive pitch. Was it worth it?
It better be.
Pathfinder, a remnant site is ahead. Defense systems may be active. It appears Kett have been here, Pathfinder.
Looks like an Angaran settlement.
Let's see if someone here needs help.
Now I'm thinking about that one job I did. Drilling for Ezo on an ice planet.
Someone around here probably knows what that ice is for.
I hear the researchers here drill into the ice in order to study it.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Life support is back online.
We can't just attack an entire Kett base.
So you're just giving up on Neilj? He was your best friend.
No. I'm saying we need to think about this. Get in touch with Buxton and form a proper plan.
They could be dead all by the time your thinking's done. You're that alien people have been talking about. Some say we can't trust you. But if you're here to fight Kett, that's good enough for me.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Kett kill people. They take our families and we never see them again. Anyone who fights against that has to be better than them. So, will you fight them? I know the location of the labor camp where they took my uncle.
What's a Kett labor camp for?
Different things. They put people in cages there. Sometimes they make them work. Sometimes they collect Angara, and once they have enough, they move them. And sometimes they just kill them. My father died that way.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. Make sure I don't lose more family.
I'll get your uncle.
Here's the nav point of the labor camp. Please hurry. Neilj may not have much time.
Janlith, I'm pretty sure there's something here. They were probably affected by the Scourge. The microbe variety in the top layer is completely different. They contain traces of 4 different radioactive isotopes.
Could be something else. Industrial emission, weapons tests, someone crashing a vehicle into the sea.
Or maybe, like my sister says, it's the Ice Talkers.
Say Ice Talkers one more time and you're fired. Ah, the alien. We heard reports. Can't imagine anything here interests you.
Just exploring to familiarize myself, or see if someone needs help.
And try Skiot if you haven't already spoken to him. He's been looking for someone to help him. Now, is there anything you need from me?
You were saying something about ice talkers?
Huh? Don't let anyone hear you. Stupid story that started years ago when Dinor and I were students in Australia. Talk to Dinor. He knows more about how that tale spread.
What are you doing with this giant block of ice?
That was cut out from below Hajara. We're right above an inland sea and the ice goes deep. Very deep. Everything under the first layer was perfectly preserved from a time before the Scourge. There's a lot we can learn from the composition of the deeper layers. Microbes, ancient life forms, all untouched by the Scourge.
I won't disturb your work.
Only the Kett showed us the same courtesy.
The numbers check out. I don't know what else I can do to strengthen my argument. Oh, hello. You're that rider alien everyone's talking about. What can I do for you?
You said something about ice talkers? What are those?
Oh, that's something of a joke between me, Jonathan, and everyone who went to school with us in Australia. One of our classmates was at an old archaeological dig and thought he heard a voice through the ice. 2 months later, another group claimed they heard the same thing, an angry voice.
What was it?
Too much Malay, that's what Janlith says. Now it's become something of a joke between us.
Pathfinder.
I'm reading a temperature decrease.
How's the dig going?
We can't get deep enough to take a proper sample. The ice is too thick. If I had better equipment, we would have
Someone
finished
said
days ago.
they saw an alien arrive
Try
at the
asking
resistance base.
Armroll about it.
Now here you are. Oh, I wish I could talk. But I gotta get this sky-cursed piece of junk working. It's been picking up weird interference for days. I can't transmit data to our colleagues in Tilara.
Tech, huh? At the end of the day, it's just a mess of metal and plastic.
And yet we trust our lives with it. Oh, I need to take a break before I kill someone. If you want, feel free to poke around.
High-powered communications array, most likely for planet-wide communications.
Makes sense. Anything on that interference the researcher talked about?
I am detecting a signal. It is faint, but this equipment is sensitive. Pathfinder, I also observe a regular pattern in this emitted signal. It may be artificial.
You don't mean Kett? Are you saying the Kett are disrupting our comms? We must look into this. Stars! What's that interference?
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Life support is back online.
Is Sid your only sister, veteran?
That I know of, yeah.
We have large families. When you are surrounded by family, you feel strong, like a wall. Many stones standing as one. You can't have a wall with just 2 stones.
But you can smash someone's head between 2 stones.
I like the way you think.
Pathfinder, this area can mine for resources. You can extract them via your interface.
I sense you don't trust me, veteran Nix.
Where are you getting that?
You seem distant. You don't meet my eyes.
I'm gonna be honest. Can I be honest?
Of course.
I don't really know you yet. We're the aliens here, and I wouldn't be surprised if you resented that.
So, you act like you don't like me because you're not sure if I like you.
That kinda covers it.
No, I don't resent you. And what I know so far, I like. Does that make things easier?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Were you evading my question about the Krogan rebellions?
Okay, let's just put it out there. Yes, the Turians did deploy the genophage against the Krogan. But that was a long time ago. I'm not interested in fighting the wars of my ancestors.
In a way, aren't the Krogan still fighting that war?
Tim's right. Sometimes conversations with you are no fun.
Another memory trigger?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
Flower meadows on Voeld. Colors we didn't have names for.
Whatever you think of it, this is a beautiful planet.
I would not like to be lost out here on my own.
Finder.
As I've been reading Milky Way history, I'm coming to think it would be difficult to trust Zedarians.
They're the same as the rest of us. Gotta take the good with the bad.
east on Aya.
Is there anything here that isn't freezing?
It's not that cold. Let it go.
I'm going the right way.
No.
Not look. Recognize him. That's Keldo, one of Oka's supply.
I detect traces of weapons fire, consistent with Kett's technology.
Great. Here's the ambush.
your sister will die here.
What sort of thing is that to say to someone?
I see it in your eyes.
So just because it's true, you can say it out loud?
I've offended.
I'm not offended. I just want this conversation to be over.
I've hurt you.
I said over.
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
This is the Kett labor camp Skiot talked about.
Be careful. Looks heavily guarded.
Changing positions.
You here to rescue us? The control panel is right there. Shut this down. Once I have a weapon, I'm gonna destroy these Kett.
Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
Incoming Kett! Get me out of here! I'm gonna kill these Kett!
We've got Kett!
Disable the fence, quick! They're not getting away with this! Disable the fence! I have to get out! Freedom!
Just in time. Ought have given us another day at most. No thanks for Rana's jabs.
If the Kett can't handle being called mildly insulting things, that's on them, not me.
You see what I mean? We owe you. How'd you find us anyway?
Your nephew, Skiat, was trying to get you rescued.
Good boy. He's got potential, Nilge.
So you've said before. The Resistance needs to be debriefed. We'll head back to base as soon as possible.
What about the data drive? We have to deliver it to Buxel so she can start the analysis.
Interesting. It seems we have to depend on our rescuer for more than a rescue. Can you deliver this drive to Techix? If we work together, no time will be wasted.
What's in the drive?
The Kett code we stole while trying to infiltrate their command center. The Kett never realized how much later on the network.
I'll go there as soon as I can.
Perfect. Buxel will be in her workshop. I hope we meet again, under better circumstances.
This is big. Liberating key Resistance agents and recovering information they stole from the Kett. You've put many doubts about you to rest, Ryder. Even Ephra must now be convinced of your intentions.
What about the data drive Nilge entrusted to us?
Good point. If you prefer, you could go to Techix now and speak to Ephra later. The choice is yours.
I need to get this data drive to Techix. I can deal with Ephra later.
I thought you might say that. Very well. We'll talk to Ephra when you're done with your tasks here. I asked about your fear of sin. Dying. Because we call that dosashan. It means good fear. Or maybe noble fear.
You see fear as good?
Fearing things that should be feared keeps you alive. It's good. Your struggle here is driven by dosashan. The same as when we fight the Kett. But embracing dosashan, not letting it hold you down, that's courage.
Getting closer.
Father, Mother, if I don't get the Tetchiks, I hope the Resistance finds this message. And you. I love you both so much. I didn't want to leave you alone in that cave. The Kett are following me. They'll take me, just like Orin and Ulri. What do they want with our family? Why is this happening to us? I hear them. They're close. I love you. I love you.
Whatever happened, it's over.
She had to leave her parents in a bad place. Sam, any chance we can find the cave she mentioned?
There are several potential sites nearby. I recommend a thorough search of the area.
This is the source of that interference? Looks like a meteorite.
The interference is caused by the EM radiation it's emitting. I detect that...
Adhi, talk later.
The signal emitted by that meteorite might be drawing the Ardi, as well as driving them into a frenzy.
How do we shut it off?
Perhaps the scan will tell us more, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, I can modify your Omni tool to dampen the signal.
Those Adhi really have it out for us.
Adhi don't normally act like this. Something's made them angry.
We are close to the source of the signal. Perhaps something about the frequency causes agitation in the beasts.
Enemy is down!
That's it for now.
Ryder, the Angara call this a scourge gem. They pass through the scourge and pick up something of its nature. No two are exactly alike. Some of them are quite beautiful and quite dangerous.
I suggest we return it to the Nexus for analysis. We could learn more about the Scourge.
True. Disrupting comms, driving wildlife into a frenzy. There's too much here to ignore. We need to study it. Hopefully the Hajara scientists won't have any more trouble with our comms.
So your whole life has been under the thumb of the Kett?
I'm not sure they have thumbs. We haven't been able to take down any of their defenses. Many lives were lost trying.
If there's any way we can help the Angara deal with the Kett, we're going to do it.
We're gonna get you, you bone-faced freaks.
Petra, I'm glad that we were able to overcome our awkward feelings and become better friends.
Sure. Me too, Jarl.
So, what do you like to do for fun?
This.
Yes, but no, for fun.
This.
For fun?
Yes. What makes you think I'm not having fun?
Friendship is hard work. What you said is true, Vetra. In my lifetime, I've known only war. Occupation. Extermination.
We're going to change that, Jarl.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Watch out!
Whoever hears this message, please find our daughter Ibel. She was headed for Techix. The Kett are hunting us. They stole our sons and daughters. Ibel is all my wife and I have left. We heard Techix was safe, but it's too far, too dark out here. We sent Ibel on without us. To save her, the Kett followed us. I hear them outside. They'll find me in Era. Only a matter of time. Ibel, if you ever hear this, we love you. Never forget that. Be strong.
The Kett got her parents, too. What did those things want with a whole family?
I possess insufficient data to draw a reliable conclusion.
Sam, transmit the family's logs to the Resistance. We've done all we can.
The Kett left a trap.
Vetra, I catch PB looking at me. Frequently.
PB likes new shiny thing.
What's all this?
Undocumented mineral nearby, Pathfinder.
I've been reading about the Krogan rebellions from your history.
Go on.
Your friendship with Drag isn't typical of Krogan-Turian relations.
I'll take that as a compliment. He can be a cranky old bastard.
I think you know that's not where I was going with this.
Hey, can you help me with something? There's a wraith cloaked near you. I lost its movement. Will you scan for it and let me know where it's hiding?
It's right over Yuvara route.
I don't think they can drill deep enough to do any damage.
But it may disrupt their migratory.
Are you here to observe the Yuvara?
What are the Yavara?
Walk onto the frozen lake and you'll see them beneath the ice. They've lived on Voeld for millennia. Stories about the Yuvara are the only Angaran folktales that survive the Scourge. They're beautiful, intelligent creatures, our closest tie to our past.
The ice... And now your people will poach them right out of existence.
I haven't heard any reports of the Initiative hunting on Voeld.
Not the Initiative. Outlaws. They've killed 24 in the months since they've landed.
We have no resources to track these poachers, and the resistance is spread too thin.
At this rate, our only link to our history will disappear forever.
The Yavara are flawed to Angara. We need to stop these hunters.
We'll do whatever we can to help.
We should hurry.
You said you have folktales about the Yavara.
Somehow, Yavara stories are the only ones that survive the Scourge. Most of them have the same theme. A Yavara's song is so beautiful, it can coax the sun out of hiding, reveal the stars.
Just stories, of course, but when your entire history is lost, stories are precious.
I see why the Yavara are important to you.
To all Angara. They're a symbol of what the
Don't lose.
Tell me more about the Yavara.
They're amazing creatures able to communicate through intricate. Long ago, we could have solved a person, but the Scourge trapped the Yavara beneath the ice. Now we have to settle for static-filled recordings.
How do they survive under the ice?
No one knows. We've dedicated our lives to studying them, and we still can't find the answer. They're cut off from food and oxygen, yet they still persist. My colleague here has a theory they may be Remnant.
We have no way of confirming this, of course.
I'll let you work.
Sorry.
Activating automated forward station. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
Go ahead and scan for me. Take from there.
Got it. Over here.
Impressive shot.
Been tracking that thing all day. Thanks for the help.
Do I get to meet the mystery sniper?
Only right. Come find me.
I'm reading multi Pathfinder.
Refugees from
Nice shot back
around
there.
here.
Father taught me I was old enough to hold a gun.
Our only might be
Life must be harsh out here. He taught you well.
He's always prepared. Made sure I could shoot, hunt, and make a camp.
You ever shoot one out here?
I don't see them too often. I heard there's a big one somewhere, but found it.
Do the cat...
Some. Distance patrols keep... Stragglers. Wraith, the one you helped me with.
You ever miss one? Stay safe out there.
See you.
Support.
That's Tetchix, according to my map.
That's where Neil's sister lives. We should have a chat with her.
Business.
You're a long way
Enjoying the
from
fresh
home.
air.
Need anything?
Right. You said that. That was a misunderstanding. I'm pretty sure I didn't understand.
You were selling illegal bioweapons from Kadara. It was for the fight against the Kett.
Part of the job. Fusion wars. Did that once. Spent paying it. Sons.
Try hitting them this time!
Left, Voeld? He got free and didn't even pay me a courtesy visit?
Sorry. I'm saying we'll just and time sentence. That's between him. He certainly had to call. Good. Signing off.
Let's see some blood in the eyes!
I'm reading a temperature decrease. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits.
Hit him!
We don't usually let outsiders into cool.
Pathfinder, my sensors read an Andromeda plant sample nearby.
Smart?
I'm cleared for 3 years' work. They'll have me tending the algae farms.
one's being cheated. How dare you accuse me in the street? You're a coward. Courts will decide, then you'll be run out of town.
You're the human who came from Aya. Is it still beautiful there?
The most beautiful world I've seen in the cluster, by a long shot.
I miss it terribly. I was born there. Spent my childhood in warm air and sunlight. I'll never forget how that felt.
What do you sell?
I trade with those who have things they don't need anymore, but who need things I have. Small comforts, nothing of value to you.
What's a small comfort on Voeld?
Clothing, tools, art, toys, anything to remind them of happier times. Things they can hold in the dark.
What do you mean, people with things they don't need?
Refugees carrying whatever they grabbed as they fled. The lighter their load, the easier their journey. I pay well.
Why don't you go back?
My life, family, livelihood, they're all here.
Thanks for talking with me.
Thank you for reminding me of Aya.
You're that Pathfinder, right? I heard about your landing. Welcome to the Araton. I'd offer you space, but a group from Angara just claimed the last of it.
My translator lost that one. What's an Araton?
It means shelter from the dark. A hostel for people who don't want to camp on the ice. We're the only Dar large enough to support one, so everyone comes here. I get Angara researchers, resistance patrols, even your people on occasion.
There were humans here?
No, people like her. Spiky ones. They hated the cold. I had to crank up the sun heaters to thaw them out.
What were Turians doing out here?
I didn't ask. I assumed they were like you, helping the resistance. They haven't come back yet, so they're probably still out there.
I should get going.
Stay warm.
How are you finding the bunk?
It's a bed. Better than sleeping in the ice in the dark.
It's dark out there, isn't it? It's a good thing Marifa's sun lamp's here.
You, the Pathfinder. Is it true? Can you talk to the old machines?
You mean the Remnant?
I'm no threat to them. Never have been. Tell them to stop hurting me.
Why would the Remnant come after you?
I dig for useful things around the pillars. Good tech. Machines always left me alone until now.
Did they injure you or just chase you off?
They chased me and I slipped on the ice. That hurt.
The Remnant are dangerous. Keep your distance from their territory and you'll be safe.
Safe and poor. I don't sell the tech I dig up, I don't eat. Thanks for nothing. Stupid machines ruining my business.
I heard there were visitors from far away. I didn't think you'd show up here. Welcome to Techix. I am Steward Eskiyevith.
I am honored to meet you, Steward Eska. I am Pathfinder Ryder with the Andromeda Initiative.
Wonderful. As we say here, there are no strangers, only unmet friends.
Tell me more about Techix.
It's the largest town on Voeld, home to hundreds of my people. We manufacture, we trade, and we try to live good lives, even with the Kett presence. I have lived here all my life, and there's no place I'd rather live.
What about Aya?
Ugh, sulfurous air. Not for me.
You called yourself steward. What's that?
I have guardianship of Techix. I ensure its functions, and that its people are safe. Commander Doziel and the Resistance fight the Kett with their weapons, with their fists. Myself and others here, we fight by refusing to give in, by living in spite of them.
I won't disturb you further.
It is no disturbance at all. May your luck build, Ryder.
I'm Keska, by the way. I haven't seen you around Techix before.
Let's see some blood in the eyes.